Amazing. I think we are live now. And let's just wait for a few seconds for people to join in and then we'll start with the introduction.
Definitely, definitely. Just because I'm new to this live of LinkedIn, so I'm a bit
Uh,
confused, but
no
that's
worries. This
completely
is
fine, I think.
absolutely fine. Okay, 11 people, 12 people are watching us. Great. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We are just going to start in a few seconds. Pranjal will be joining in between, so we'll have him during the session. And I think let's start. Let's start then. So I'll start with the introduction. So Harris, as you see, is the founder of Harris and Co. And he's someone who is scaling D2C brands with his strategies and insights. And being a founder at the same time, he's also building his personal brand. So that's quite impressive. And we all are loving your content. So welcome to the show, Harris. And it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you so much for that welcome message, and it's my pleasure to have a discussion with whenever I get to meet and discuss people from LinkedIn. I'm always excited, and it's the same. It's my pleasure to have a discussion with you. Like even I have a lot of things to learn from you. Like yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's your humbleness that is that shows with your content as well. So that's very true. So giving a context of this session, there's no planned question in this session, no script. It's going to be completely candid. And the main intention of the session is whoever is watching, I'll be trying to cover all the pain points that we usually have when it comes to content creation, the mindset part of things. I'll be trying to cover that, and hopefully that will cover all your doubts. And if you have any questions regarding personal branding, marketing, which you would like me to ask Harris, you can just comment down in the comment box, and I'll definitely take it up during the conversation. So, starting with my first question, Aris, would love to know your journey first of all. When did you start on LinkedIn, and why did you start? I mean, why? What made you think that okay, boss, let's just start creating content on LinkedIn? What was that thought that came?
Yeah, I'll make it very quick. I don't want people to sleep in Rahul ka life. I mean, especially okay. So I started my agency like 1.5 year back. It's a very young agency, but I've been as a marketer for the last like 4 or 5 years. And content creation was always part of my life. And if you can see, I am a person who hate to niche when it comes to content creation. But I'm like niching is always a great idea to build your personal brand and everything. But I'm a person I want to talk like I don't want to restrict myself just because niching is the only way to build your personal brand. So you can see me on LinkedIn talking about everything. So I want to talk about the principle I set. I want to talk about the vision. I want to talk about D2C, everything in terms of the culture I bring. So it's been a 1.5 year journey when I start with Instagram and I mean whole digital marketing. But you
Right.
can see the place where I'm coming from, the Kerala, especially LinkedIn is not that much quite successful here. Like not many people use LinkedIn very effectively. So in order to convey this message, I just have to start with my own personal brand. I just have to figure it out. What is the opportunity for people who have in LinkedIn, and how can they leverage this platform in a more better way? So that's the sole reason. The only reason why I came to LinkedIn is to figure out how normally people can use that platform. And what happened is the more I started using this platform, because I was a hardcore Instagrammer. Like
Right.
I used to post a lot of content over there, and LinkedIn was far from me. But what happened is the more I started spending time here, I started to realize that spending time in LinkedIn is more productive, or I
Hmm.
would say wasting time in LinkedIn is more productive than wasting time in Instagram,
Right.
because every post you read, you get some kind of insights from people, and everyone is here to serve. Like the
Hmm.
only way to grow LinkedIn is to not compete, is to only collaborate, is to only share what is inside you. You
Right.
cannot hide your secrets here. If you want to get that particular customer, you need to share that secret and amaze the audience. So there's a lot of positive things about LinkedIn. So that's the sole reason why I started LinkedIn. And it's been an amazing journey. For like I started using LinkedIn like 4 months back, I would say 4 or 5 months back.
Right.
But it's a quite great journey, and that's in a bit. Yeah,
Amazing, amazing. That's a great journey, and as you said, very well said that wasting time on LinkedIn is never a never something you'll regret after doing that. So
exactly,
it's definitely
exactly.
very very insightful. Now coming to the major question, major pain point that a lot of people have. I see whenever I talk to I used to talk to my colleagues or people who I'm working with about personal branding. That you should. I used to pitch them that you should definitely build your personal brand. It's important. The response that I used to get is छोड़ना यार कौन करेगा मतलब it's just, I'm doing my job, I need that mind space. So when you started personal branding, I'm sure some people would have told you, you are a founder, you have clients, you have team, why are you creating content, what is the need? So I would like to know your perspective on that, how important it is for a founder, for senior management people as well, to build their personal brand, and how do you take out time, do you have a team, or how do you manage and go about it?
Yeah. So the first thing is for me, personal brand is not something that is something related to money, that is something related to numbers. Okay, I tell this to a lot of people. You don't have to think personal branding as creating content, and it's a set of rules and regulations. See, everyone has personal brand in the world. Everyone. Okay, if my dad, who's not there in any social media, has a personal brand within his circle. Now
Right.
what is personal brand? It is values and core beliefs, the way we respond, the way we comment, the activities we do in the physical world. So everyone has, by knowing or unknowingly, they have a personal brand. Like if I ask your friend, how's Rahul? He will
Hmm.
tell a few things about you, right? That's your
Right.
personal brand, right? So the only thing which you have to do is talk about that in the online world.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that is as simple as that. Like you don't have to think from the perspective that I need to put out a lot of content, and personal branding will help in personal branding will help in all these things, but that's a material thing. But when you think personal branding from that perspective, it becomes a lot of heavy in
Hmm.
your mind. But
Hmm.
I tell people that you don't have to create content initially. You don't have to think about that. Whatever happens in your professional life, go write down, document there on LinkedIn. Like today, something happened. Just
Hmm.
type there. Okay, whatever thoughts you have, or for a particular in a particular point of view about building the team, about talking to someone, about activities you do, like everything. Just write that down, because
Right.
you don't have to even create that beautiful posters just like in Instagram. You can
Hmm.
just blog post in LinkedIn. So
Right.
that is the very basis of personal branding, which I believe. And most of the people, when you pick when you talk personal branding as something which has to do with a lot of things,
Hmm.
it creates a heaviness in people, and then they think that okay, I want to do this, I don't have time, all these things. Okay, so I for me, personal brand is everything you are at the moment. You
Hmm.
just have to do it what online. You just have to talk about that online. You
Right.
don't have to sit for it, but it's better. I'm not against people doing all these things. It's always better. But I'm
Hmm.
just trying to reduce the burden. I'm just trying to reduce the heaviness. I'm just trying to create a better meaning to personal branding. So this has always been my go-to for personal branding. That's the sole reason why I talk about everything. I just want, see, when Rahul sees my profile, and when Rahul read my content for 15 days, he will have who is a point of view of Haris Aboobacker. That should
Right.
match with the principle, that should match with my personality. And I should not lie just because I want numbers. I should not be a different Harris just because I
Hmm.
want to build a lot of things, because that's not the way you build your credibility, right?
Hmm.
So this is in nutshell for me personal branding. So I just want to convey the same thing with everyone.
Right. That's a very simplified form that you have told, and that's very effective. I also believe in the same because I believe personal brand is the perception that you are selling about you in others' mind. So even if you do it, don't do it. It's. I mean, if you do it, it's in your control. If you don't do it, then the smaller circle will be there, and obviously you don't know what people are talking about you. So
Yeah.
that's very great. Now you also touched upon authenticity. That sticking to your values, not going by numbers, not going by other metrics. Um, so this can be subjective, but what if you get to know that obviously polls are performing a lot now on LinkedIn? They're getting a lot of reach. Would you put out, like, considering putting out a poll will get a lot of reach, a lot of engagement, but that doesn't add value of any kind? Would you? Or
Yeah. So see why, like when I'm telling all these things, I cannot what defend you if you say Harris will not post anything to get likes.
mm,
No, it's a human nature.
right,
Okay. If a post is performing good, it's a human nature to come back and check that post every time how many likes you got.
right,
But like everyone will be doing, but I'm just telling it should not control the way you do everything. Because
mm,
see, out of my experience, I have a few things like this type of post will work in LinkedIn.
mm,
Specifically, I'll give you an example right in front of you. You talk about anything about HR, you talk
mm,
about culture, you talk about employees
mm,
pains,
mm,
that will be taken. Like LinkedIn
right,
community is so frustrated. The employees are so frustrated with everything that is
right,
happening around. They are looking for better content. They're looking for better culture. They're looking for a better breathing space, I would say.
right,
So that will be picked up. Okay. I post about that also, but I don't do it because I just need likes. Okay.
mm,
I am a person who practice that culture in my company, and I value. If you talk about what is the three principles or three missions which I carry in my company, like which I talk within the team every time, is it's just it starts with client relationship, and client result comes after client relationship. So I
mm,
want that relationship to be better, and I tell this to my team, like even if people don't leave us, like because we are not able to give them the result, they should leave happily. And
mm.
hi Pranjal.
Hey
Hi,
man, sorry.
Pranjal.
Continue, please continue.
I'm giving an essay here, thank
No,
god.
no. I am so sorry to join late, but please continue.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah, when you
And the
get there.
third thing comes as the better work culture. So these are the three vision and mission which I always carry. So I start with client relationship and then jump to client result. I don't always want to give the client result. I just
Mm,
want that relationship be better. I just want them to be acknowledged. I just want them to like request, like use the word kind, please. All these things are much important to me than giving a result. So,
mm,
so if you like to tell, yeah, I would definitely do that. It's not that
mm,
I would not do it. A part of me will always tell me to do more of such posts,
right.
but I don't let that kind of behavior control the entire thing. That's the only
Mm,
thing. So if I have to be very honest, yes, I would do that. But it's just I will not just do it always because of that. That can be the answer.
right. That's the most
Yeah.
honest answer I've received, because usually, I mean, I also say this: numbers do matter. Yeah, numbers को आप नहीं हटा सकते. Those are always there at the back of the mind. But as you very well said, so I have seen, I have been guilty of this very honestly, that I went off track in my content some days, and then I realized कि यार मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ ये? Why am I doing this? And that realization is very important for people who are watching this as well. If you look back at your posts and you see that 80-90% posts are just polls, just for the reach or just for the number of likes, and you feel from inside that those are not adding value. So recently, for example, I saw a poll ki चाय के साथ क्या लोगे, पार्ले जी बिस्किट या मैरीगोल्ड बिस्किट.
Cheers to chai, huh? Cheers to chai.
चाय चाय का मैं समझा, चाय चीयर्स टू चाय, बट मतलब यू गेटिंग दैट राइट. व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ दैट? सो डेफिनेटली वो चीज है. And welcome, Pranjal. I'd like to welcome you first of all. I am, what I thought is you will send me after the session कैसा लगा मेरा मजाक.
So I absolutely hate my internet. I think it's going to land me up in big trouble someday. So I just had massive issues, and I just like thought, let me just enter like this. That would be completely how I am on LinkedIn also. But I'm really sorry for
But
coming late,
No worries, no
yeah,
worries.
and
So,
sorry for
hands up to
cutting you
you,
off, Haris. I'm so sorry.
Pranjal. Like, uh,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Your brain is 80% memes,
yeah.
and how do you manage, man? You want to make fun of everything wherever you want to. Like, is it that way?
I think I don't know. I think it's just like I don't know what to say. I don't have any explanation really. I think that's the magic. I don't have any process, no explanation, and
Now,
I
I
wouldn't
want to
have
be in
friends,
your
right?
family groups.
No, I am not in any family group. Trust me. That's why I'm sane. That's why I can do what I'm doing. If I was in my
Yeah.
family groups, I wouldn't be here. I would have probably, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So introducing Pranjal, I'm sure all of the people who are watching this already know who Pranjal is, but he's the meme lord, as we say on LinkedIn. I mean, his memes crack us up every single day. Those are some relatable, memes that whenever we see it, there's a smile that comes on the face. So we really, love your content, and thank you so much for coming here. And I'm super excited for the insights that we will share.
Thank you, man. Thanks to you. I'm like, I don't. I'm still feeling so guilty for coming late, but I'll make it
No
up to you.
worries.
I'll make this session as fun as possible.
Absolutely.
I'll spice it up. I'll add masala to it. I'll do some controversy
That's
so
what we
that
want. That's
yeah.
what we want. So
Yeah. So
controversy. You said controversy. So I'll ask you a
yeah.
question on that. What
Chalo, chalo.
you have been on LinkedIn since a very long time, right? You have seen maybe a lot of creators coming, a lot of type of themes of content, new features, and all of that. Do you think something has changed, and what has changed?
Yeah, big time. I think I think people like it's personally disappointing that there are many people. Of course, I can't take names, otherwise, But I see that so there is a drop in reach. I personally feel okay,
Hmm.
like how it used to be 2 years back, or even last year for that matter. And it might be due to the fact that there are more creators probably now, so the reach has segregated or whatever.
Right.
So, but what has happened is to grab hold. So, a lot of creators, we all feel, right, when the reach goes down, we all feel a little demotivated. We see the highest of highs, and then when the lowest of lows comes,
Hmm.
so what is a little disappointing is a lot of creators, I feel, have just lost their originality in a way. Like if they're seeing that polls, like you were just speaking about polls, and I was laughing
Hmm.
simply because
Hmm.
of the fact that people are seeing, okay, polls are getting me reach, but okay,
Right.
but that is not, polls have not been added to ask things like chai ke sath kya chahiye. No, right? Absolutely not. So you might get the likes, but you are, at least in my eyes, you're losing at least respect for me. Like I'll just put it straight away like that. I am not looking forward to your content anymore, because you
Right.
put up things like, what do you have with tea? Do you like Zomato? Whose discounts are better, Zomato or Swiggy? That is nothing to ask on LinkedIn. That is, I mean, come on, you ask that to your friends group or something. I don't know. Like I've seen such useless polls and things that you can Google. Sometimes the
Right.
questions you just have to Google, literally. You don't need to ask your LinkedIn audience. So that's why I just think that essence is gone, and people have just lost. Some have lost their originality, and like, and those kind of posts are also there, right? For
You haven't touched upon the motivational part.
वो तो अरे हाँ five motivational lessons from the Russia Ukraine crisis
Hmm.
is going to be my post tomorrow. Guys, stay tuned. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so I'm going to get 2,000 likes because I've used the word five motivation lessons. So, yeah,
Amazing,
had to come.
amazing. So I truly believe in what you said. I have seen the same change kind of happening, and I'm happy that there are some creators still there who have not changed. And that's very good to know. But unfortunately, as you said, something has changed, and something has changed definitely for wrong turn. It has taken a bit of a wrong turn in terms of content. So that's definitely there.
And that's why, I think this is a big reason why people, you see not Twitter, how many people have just gone to Twitter,
Gone to Twitter, yeah.
right? And it's one thing to diversify, because you don't
Hmm.
want to have your, that saying is there, no? Don't have all your
Hmm.
eggs in one basket.
Hmm.
But you actually sense the fact that people are slightly actually liking Twitter more than LinkedIn, or I want to spend more time on Twitter. But that is actually because LinkedIn, their feed is not good enough to, it's not retention is not there, right? The retention is more on Twitter. So that is something which is happening, which even I am sad about, right? Because I started off LinkedIn. LinkedIn has given me so much, but even I'm sad about the fact that my feed is not as good as it used to be. Although it's not like I'm started following bad people. No, I'm following the same people. But somehow, I mean, that it's personally also sad. So yeah, that's like the biggest change you can literally see. You can literally, like, we are talking about LinkedIn on Twitter. Like, there are Twitter spaces about LinkedIn, right?
Right.
Right. That's
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great point made by you. Now I have a very interesting question for you, Harris. Now you are a founder. You have a team. You have a proper office as well. Um, how has your content creation impacted your relationships with your employees? Do you feel there's a higher level of trust and integrity when you are creating content? And maybe you could tell us one funny incident that you have seen on LinkedIn, any funny message or any funny incident that you'd like to share.
Yeah, so it has been always impacting. For example, see, I started my entire agency like from LinkedIn. Like I started, it was work from home, and I started hiring people from LinkedIn. And there was people who cheated me, I would say. There are people who helped me in big scale. But so I'll tell you recently, like day before, like 1 week back. Okay, I got this cute little message in LinkedIn. He has mailed me, but somehow I was not able to notice the mail, and he sent this cute little message in LinkedIn. And what happens is, in that he has mentioned about the campaign which we have done and how important and how great he wanted to work in Harrison Co, etc. And now he's sitting in front of me, like he is joined as a marketplace manager in my company, and he's a very fresher. But I've
Right.
seen that in those, I've seen a different kind of CV there actually, right? So LinkedIn has helped me in building that like in reaching out the principles of which I hold, like the culture I want to bring, the way I work with everything to a more to a greater world. And I get a lot of messages from the people, like the only change which I can see is whenever I get CVs right now, there'll be a drop in the end where people have written PS, and they will have mentioned that Harris, I follow you in LinkedIn, and I follow your company's profile and everything in Instagram and LinkedIn, and I see the amazing things you all are doing, how funny you all are, and
Right.
I just love your work culture, and I just want to be there. So I've seen the changes from just CVs having a getting a note, and I think I've mentioned in LinkedIn in one of my posts. I've screenshotted. So that made me happy. Like people are actually learning about the company and then requesting. Then they're not just cold emailing for job. They're just going through the post and understanding more about the company and uh, showing that interest and enthusiasm. So that is something which has helped. Okay, and it's always see. Before I used to send my website and everything. Right now I used to send my LinkedIn profile, and the clients are getting closed easily because
Right.
LinkedIn still for a lot of people it's authenticity. It still holds somewhere more value than Instagram. I'm not
Right.
degrading Instagram creators, but still Instagram is mixed up with a lot of things. Now as reels come, views before 10,000 followers were too much of a thing. Now views and these followers have, like you need to have at least 500K followers, then only people amaze about your profile and everything. So the importance of small numbers have gone down. So LinkedIn
Right.
still holds a credit. If a person like just put out content, they don't check the
Numbers.
numbers in LinkedIn. If a person is putting out content, I that person is trustable, and he know what it is to create content. He know how to draft a content. He know what it is to be consistent. He is a person who always constantly learning, because the only person who constantly learn can create content. Otherwise, you just have to copy from every other creators, right?
Right,
So
right.
these perception, like I have a few clients, founders who've told me, I picked you because you create content in LinkedIn. Because
Hmm.
I know people who create content, they're always learning. Their mind is never stopping. They're always reading. They're looking for a lot of things. So this has actually helped. This has actually helped my team also, and I recommend, like, my team has also started putting out content. I always push them, like, create content, and there's nothing you have to worry, because what happened is, when they started creating content, they're getting more job inquiries, but they're very open, they're very honest. So they come to me with this, but I don't have problem in that, because even I want them to build personal brand.
Right.
There should not be a restriction on that. So these are something which is something which LinkedIn as a platform has helped me. And to talk about the funny things, there is a lot of, like, see, like, people. I have a problem with the comments, actually, right?
Okay. The comments
There
on
are
the
people who,
post.
yeah, there are people who comment on my post, every post,
Okay.
right? And I hate them, actually. Okay, me, because my content, or they value my profile. They're doing it for themselves. What, they don't care a shit about me or my profile and LinkedIn. So I literally hate them. So I saw a lot of such. I mean, comment section was always fun. I see some comments which is not at all related to whatever I say,
Right.
and people simply spend time. So that is something which I like more than LinkedIn DMs. I would say, for me, comment section is something, because people have spoiled. You need to get reach. I mean, the reach can only be got
Once you
through
comment more
commenting.
and engaging
Yeah.
more.
So I think uh, I don't know whether Pranjal did it. Someone has written, like, you have a shortcut for commenting for better reach, CMR. So use that. So such memes have started coming. So yeah, that's it. Like, yeah.
Right, absolutely. That's great, and that's very good to know that actually in your workspace you're practicing this transparency thing, that you are motivating employees to create a personal brand even though they are getting job offers from other companies, and that should have created like a feeling of jealousy or something like that. That why am I letting that? But you still are doing that, so that's very very commendable. And I think as of now majority, I've seen a lot of employees, I've seen a lot of people now valuing personal brand as well. Like they need to build it, and they need workspaces where they are allowed and they are motivated to build their personal brands. So that's very great. We have a few people in the comments. Hi Simran, hi Hitesh, hi Jerry is here. Macha rahe ho, he is saying. Thank you so much, Jerry. असली में तो आप ही मचा रहे हो. Thank you so much for
जेरी
that.
मेरे को पिज्जा
So,
भेज यार प्लीज कम ऑफ कोर्स
Jerry is that guy who offers pizza but never sends it. I said it here. So, Jerry, please send it. So that's there. Now, my question to you, Pranjal, is I mean, we have talked before on meme marketing as well, specifically. And meme marketing is the thing. I mean, it's, as you say, that CMO is going to be chief meme officer in a few years to come. So, what I mean, I know you are that person who creates content as and when you get idea and you kind of have that kind of creative mind to turn it around and make it super super relatable. Anyone who wants to make a career in meme marketing, what would be your tips to go about it? Because you have done it all, and in memes as well. I mean, there's a separate category. One is relatable and good memes, and one is just the memes that you create for the sake of it. So, what would be your perspective on that?
yeah, it's just make them. It is as simple. Such mein. There is no roadmap. There is a roadmap, but it's essentially just like I have written this before. the more you make them, the better you get at it. The more you understand yourself and your perspective towards the world. Like
Hmm.
memes are something that you keep an object in front of yourself. Like this person will look at it from XYZ way. The other person will look at it from ABC way. So that's how it happens, right? You see one meme template, one dialogue from a movie, but it is
Hmm.
being used in two different situations by two different meme creators,
Hmm.
right? So the more you understand yourself and just pick a niche, that is also something that's important. Like my niche, I know for a fact that it's work life, corporate, and interviews, jobs, college, whatever. I mean that whole LinkedIn wala zone, you can say. I'm not making anything on Bollywood or anything like that.
Hmm.
So although that's I think where the majority falls, but my niche,
Hmm.
I know where I'm good. So that's where that is something you need to realize. And I think eventually, just when, like for example, like post, obviously build try to build a brand. Somehow
Hmm.
I think I'm so glad that even LinkedIn has sort of become a place where you can post,
Right.
and not people are way more like they are accepting now, I would say, much more
Right.
than how it used to be.
I saw your
And
wake up sit ka. I think
I'll
you posted wake up sit ka that you
yeah,
are that.
yeah, that's exactly. And I'll take tad bit credit for that, for making LinkedIn a place where you can post memes.
Absolutely.
Ranja, we are waiting
So
for your meme course.
Yeah, and a very good point. Can there be a
uh,
meme course, or do you think meme course is something which cannot be really a thing?
there can be a marketing, like there can be a course on the marketing aspect of it, like how to
Hmm.
approach brands. How, so for example, you get a brief. How do
Yeah.
you have a meme strategy for that brief, for that particular campaign?
Hmm.
And maybe something on the, but essentially, I don't think there can be a course on. I mean, anyone can make a course,
So
obviously.
this question came from, there was the stand-up courses that started coming. So people were like, stand-up ka. I mean,
Huh.
they were
And
mocking this.
I have got ad for swimming course.
Then-
There's a phrase that you cannot learn swimming by reading, right?
Oh my God.
But this particular person have cracked that code. I've literally got that. I'm not even. Uh,
Right.
I was wow, and there was a lot of testimonial also.
Oh my God.
People are
Have
they're
you
so
thought
deep
of
into work from home that swimming can also be learnt at home in your bedroom only. You don't need to go out. Just you just need the course.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
absolutely, absolutely. So Pranjal, have you thought of this? Like, has this thought come that, I'll do workshops, I'll try to
I
make a course?
think so. Now there are so many platforms now which are
Right.
doing workshops and everything, and I've been approached so many times. But that's the thing, right? I don't want to like trick my audience or something into just to get registrations or just to make money, right?
Hmm.
I am like I have enough, but like I don't need to just do it for the sake of it. If I genuinely feel right, yeah, I will make this course. What Nirmit just said, I will make a course on how to make a course. I will not make a course on memes. This is what I'll make. Yeah, yeah. This interests me much more than memes. So, but yeah, I think about it. Do I want to do a workshop? Is it actually will it actually be helpful in terms of, I don't know. Some people might say it yes, but I still
Hmm.
think that you just need to make it. Like you know how it is. Like how I say copywriting. Like I
Hmm.
don't see course for copywriting that helpful in a way, because you just need to go and write. You just need to write, show it to 10 people, take their feedback. Is that one phrase, is that catch line, is it invoking feelings? Like you see an amazing catch line, right? You see just do it, or you see
Hmm.
whatever for that matter, and you feel something, right? So whatever you're writing, is it making people feel something? So no course can, I don't think it can help you achieve that. It can help with formulas and thoda technical stuff when you're doing campaigns at large scale, but it can't inherently make you creative. That is what I feel, right? And
Hmm.
nobody's born creative for that matter, but you just need to be vigilant. Look around yourself, take inspiration from the smallest things around yourself, right? So I think it's more about that. So I haven't reached a stage where I am very comfortable with doing workshops or teaching people how to make memes. I'll talk about my experiences. I do that
Hmm.
through the my posts, like how I
But
feel.
I would add, Pranjal, like
Yeah, yeah.
that would definitely help in building their awareness. Like a lot of people see memes as something which is toxic, okay, which is
Mm,
always making fun of others, right? And
Yeah,
you have shown that there's a positive side of memes where
yeah.
you don't have to do all of that things just to make people smile. So there's a positive side also different. So like you
Uh-huh.
have built that awareness, definitely, as you said, like short credit definitely goes to you. So I would say, yeah, I mean, awareness helps all of us. Like when we put a meme to a client would say, what is this? So we'll have to share your profile. So so awareness helps us a lot. So yeah,
yeah.
I just
Yeah,
added my point.
true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, very true. I think clients and people in general, right? It just
Mm,
motivates more people to create, and I think clients also realize, and also awareness about campaigns specifically, right? How the
mm,
numbers that I have particularly seen in some of the meme marketing campaigns that I've been a part of, and they are just crazy numbers. Like if you have got the hook right for that particular campaign, and you have
mm.
you're just like hit it out of the park with the memes, then the numbers are exponential crazy, like ROI has gone total, like completely, uh, completely off. So that's true. Yeah, awareness is very very nice addition. I'll take it more seriously now. The
Definitely, because also when we look at, for example, you, Rahul Subramaniam, and people who are creating
Arre,
authentic,
Guruji.
authentic, you would say meme content, and I won't call it meme, also funny content, something that makes you smile. So there comes a lot of respect as well, that this is that person who will never offend or will go too initiated or won't really relate a lot of times. So definitely that's something. Maybe you could start a live LinkedIn live series on meme meme pe charcha. So that would.
And I would, yeah, I think we are about to end. So I would also want to know, like, what is the motivation? Let's not call it as motivation. How do you so consistent, Rahul,
Acha,
for
very good
LinkedIn pe
question.
Yeah,
charcha?
So
Yeah.
my main motive and the I'm doing this as well is to learn myself. I get to learn a lot, and I love. I think I've realized over one year that networks have helped a lot, even in short term, even in long term. There have been people who have never interacted on LinkedIn, but they have seen my posts, and then they have approached me that I saw a post, never liked or never commented any interaction before. So that made me realize the power for the very first time, and the thought struck that what could be other ways of networking and getting to know people better, getting to know the perspectives. Then LinkedIn Live came, so I was like, I used to attend a lot of Instagram lives before. I'm doing an Instagram pe charcha session as well, Twitter pe charcha now as well. But what I found out, that in a lot of, what the second reason is, in a lot of live session, there's very hard to find out the pain points, like the pain points that users are facing is content creation. How to know the backstory of creators, that यार 40,000 होने के बाद भी, followers के बाद भी, कभी होता है reach नहीं आती, reach कम है, right? So that gives a very realistic motivation, and that I've seen through comments and people approaching that the live session actually motivated me to come back to content creation game. So I think these two reasons are very, very close to my heart, and that's why LinkedIn pe charcha will go on forever till the time I'm there. So
Great, great. All the
definitely,
very
that's.
best, man.
Thank you so much. Now the session is about to end in the last 5 minutes. My last concluding questions from I have one question for you, Pranjal and Harris. So my last question to you, Harris, is: you are a founder and you are looking at a lot of portfolios. You're looking at a lot of people applying to Harris and Co. Do you, as a founder, go to the LinkedIn profile and check it out the very first thing? What's your perspective? Because I'm sure a lot of people are trying to apply and trying to fix their LinkedIn profile. So what would be your something? What stands out in the LinkedIn profile for you?
I definitely check out the LinkedIn profile. The only thing which I check in LinkedIn profile is that because I build personal brand, I know people can fake recommendation. I know people can get a lot of endorsement because these are being taught right now in every dingling courses. So the only thing which I check is, are they putting out content, right? And I'm not even checking how much likes they get. But see, the why am I doing this? Because if they are creating content, as I told you before, they are learning about that particular field somewhere. Because the only way to create content is to acquire content, I would say, right? So if they are creating content, they are passionate about that particular field or that particular niche, and they are somehow, they are from here and there, they're trying to learn. At the end of the day, that is what is very important, than anything. Because I don't see, there are people who have worked with me as a freelancer who has got bigger numbers and didn't even like shared a single result. Okay. And there are people who were just posting content, but they have given me a lot of results also. They were better. So
Right.
that actually broke my beliefs about having numbers is something which I have to look upon. I always look upon the way the content they generate and how passionate they are. So I don't believe. I mean, after that incident, I would say I definitely don't believe having numbers, because see, I'm a person who got 8,000 followers in just one post,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
Who got millions of views in one post. Like, I posted about a leave letter that have come to my office, and the way I replied, and that single post, even I slept after posting without even realizing, and next day evening I was opening LinkedIn. I could see a lot of likes, and I was wondering what is that happened. I
Right.
never I never thought this would do, because I've been working a lot in Instagram for the last 3 years, and this has never happened in Instagram. The result happened in LinkedIn,
And
where
the
I was
post that you
working.
don't expect, that is the post which kind of most of the times, that's
Exactly. So that single post have given me like 8,000 plus followers and a lot of likes, which so all these things happens, no? So you cannot judge someone by the endorsement and everything. That is good. Again, I'm not degrading people who have actually done the work. I respect everything. But I'm just telling, if they're putting out content, according to me, they are trying to learn about that particular niche, and that is the better quality for me when I'm picking people. Yeah, thank you.
right, right. And I've also seen that a lot of people, now are focusing on the quality of content. That is, maybe earlier it was Big Boss, now it's Shark Tank, the real truth. That's going on. So that's a
And
difference that I
I
see.
would say, I would just add that if you see, I don't know whether, like, if someone is talking about the revenue they have generated, specifically in D2C or hardcore part, they won't be getting a lot of likes. If you see
Okay.
such post, there will not be a lot of likes.
Mm,
Likes will always be there in a kind of a general post. Okay.
mm,
But they will be getting clients. I'm not talking about clients, but people want to see, as I told before, if you post about the culture, if you post about employees pain points, you
right.
definitely going to get it, because a lot of people are frustrated in India about the culture, about the things which, I mean, I totally, like, whenever I see a post with a lot of likes, and I could see that they have somehow connected the problem with employees, some pain points.
Right.
Okay, and most of the HRs are superheroes in LinkedIn because they always come with strategies to reduce the pain points.
Yeah.
So that is one definitely way. So I've seen these differences. If you talk about a lot of results, nobody actually care about that. But yeah, that's it.
So I also saw your posts on, and like you mentioned about Amazon, how you created an affiliate, account. So that was really value adding, I would say. That was a tangible post that I feel it's really, these kind of posts might not get the maximum engagement, but these are the posts that get the maximum respect out there for transparency and sharing those insights. So that's great. Now, Pranjal, coming to you, the last question of this session that I have, you talked about that the reach has dropped, comparatively, and a lot of people, just, I know you are that person who doesn't give a shit about anyone else or doesn't give a shit about things. You are just a must mala person. But at the back of the minds, some things would be going on in the mind ki yaar gir gayi hai reach now. How is your mindset, going on? What is the next plan, and what is something that you would like, maybe some people who are going through the same will get some motivation and get some, realistic factors out of it. So
It's very simple. I we started with no reach, and even if it
uh,
goes one day, it's fine.
yeah.
It's honestly fine. I mean, even if I stop now, I'm not going to get anything now.
Right.
So stopping is not going to get me anything. So may as well just continue with it. And reach is something. I mean, you can always hope. You can have that optimism that it will come back. But
Hmm.
even if it does not, trust me, like I have actually, like, I think, like how Harris was saying that it's not necessary that the highest likes will bring you the highest leads, right?
Hmm.
So even in this like 3-4 month phase, maybe even if the reach has dropped, that has not led to a decrease in opportunities for me for
Hmm.
for client inquiries or even job offers or whatever that I'm getting through LinkedIn. There is वो
Right.
decrease नहीं हुआ, in fact वो बढ़ते मतलब steadily चलते रहा है, simply because more and more acceptance of memes and more and more people getting to know, more and more people becoming aware. So if I had stopped, I mean, nothing would, none of this would come, right? So
Hmm.
I always remember where I started and with what I started, and I am just grateful. Like, so that's why I will never stop for that matter, right? I'm
Right.
not happy a lot of times with the kind of posts I'm not happy with some of the memes I myself put, but I will not stop for that matter, because I have stopped multiple times with
Hmm.
multiple attempts with multiple platforms before,
Right.
and I've only regretted it later on. So
Hmm.
I've always said this, LinkedIn was the first time I was serious about, like, for the first time in my life, I was serious about creating consistently. So I am not leaving this platform for any. Yeah, the fact that you are interested to talk to me today,
Right.
ये लिंक्डइन
Right.
की वजह से यार, नहीं तो मुझे कौन भाव डालेगा, क्यों क्यों कोई किसी को भाव डालेगा ना, सिंपल सी बात है. So
Right. Right.
all of this is because of LinkedIn and the support and the acceptance that I've gotten for doing something different. So I'm not going anywhere until, I don't know, maybe Russia has some problem with us also in the next few days, but
You inserted that bit of.
अरे मुझे जाना नहीं है लिंक्डइन पे.
आ रहे कल आ रहे 5 motivation lessons from Putin.
Lucky. That's great. That's great. So I had a fun session, guys. Had a super fun session, and that's the true essence of Charcha. That nothing is planned, nothing is scripted. Just talking along the way, and I hope people watching it got a lot of insights and will start working on those. And you two are very, very inspiring, is what I would say in terms of your content. So we are looking forward to your content, and we are all rooting for you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Take care. Bye. Ending the
Cheers.
stream.
Bye. Yeah.